Good morning, morning, morning. How are you? Happy new week. This week, I have a bit of advice for you about why your manifestations might be taking longer than you want them to, why things may not be happening as quickly as you want them to happen, and why you feel like you might be doing all the work and still nothing, and you're getting frustrated. That is a little tip. I have one that I want to share with you for this week. So I'm talking about the times, right, that you follow manifestation teachers. You are on somebody's channel like mine, and we talk about mindset, we talk about manifesting, and we talk about all those things. We give you all the tips and the techniques. And while we're on that, by the way, please like and subscribe so you can get more tips and techniques as I bring them out for you every week. So you're following all the teachers, you're doing all the work, or so you think. You are doing the meditation, you've created a vision board, you're doing the journaling, you are using the pillar method, you are trying to tune into your intuition a bit more, you are doing all those things. You have picked the technique that you like, the technique that you enjoy, and the technique that makes you feel good. You're trying to stay high vibe, you're doing all the things, you're changing your energy, all of that stuff. But you got specific, right? You got specific about this thing that you wanted 6 months ago, and you still haven't had it. And there is still no sign of it coming into your life, and you're starting to get frustrated, and you are starting to think that this is a whole load of rubbish, and that you just can't manifest, and that you actually cannot do it, and you're about to give up. I want to break it down for you step by step by step, because there's a missing piece. There's a piece of the puzzle that you may not have got, that you may not be doing, and it is the vital piece of the puzzle. It is the embodiment work. So you will have heard me say that you have to follow the breadcrumbs, you have to do the work, but there's a piece of that you might not have got. You might think that by doing the work, it's getting clear on the vision. Take it back a step further. You're thinking of the thing you want to manifest. You know what it is that you want, right? So you've got massively specific about that thing. You've got really clear on it. You're journaling about it. You've got a vision board about it. You are meditating on it. You have coloured in all of the detail. You can see it. You are imagining it. You are doing the vision work, the inner work. You are changing the things that you do around it. But have you actually changed? Has your life actually changed? And what I mean by that is, you've got the vision, you're doing the techniques, you've picked what it is, but I want you to ask yourself these questions, right? This is the big step. This is the big part. So listen carefully. Has your life changed? Are you a different person? If you had this thing that you want in your life right now, like right now, would you be doing things differently? Like, how would you dress? How would you behave? How would you show up? What would you do in a day? How would you talk to yourself? What would you believe? What kind of a world would this new you with this thing that you want, where would she live? Where would she or he live? What would her world be like? You have to become that person now. You have to embody that person now. And it can be really simple. I don't want you to think that this is hard. It's not about having to, say you want to be abundant, say you want to be a millionaire, say you want more money. It's not about having to go out and buy the designer suits and drive the flashy car, because you haven't got the money to do that right yet. That's what you're trying to call in, but you haven't got it yet. But it's about saying, if I was wealthy, if I was a millionaire, if I did have that lifestyle, what time of the day would I go to bed? What time of the day would I get up? What would a person like that do? Would that person go to the coffee shop that I go to? Or would she go somewhere that's more bougie, a bit more luxurious, that's got a different vibe? Would she shop in the shops that I shop in? The shopping mall, not the shops, because okay, you may not have the designer gear just yet, like I said, but would she go to the mall down the road, or would she go to somewhere a bit more classy, a bit posh, a bit more kind of, and just even if you're not shopping in those places, she would surround herself, she would be in those places. Would she go for a daily walk? Would she change all of the self-doubt inside her head to self-worth, to self-compassion, to empathy, to being kind to herself? How would that person show up every day? Would she drink more water and less alcohol? Little tiny changes that every single one of us can make, that every single one of us could do, that don't have to cost anything, that don't have to be something massive, but those tiny, tiny, tiny micro moments in your life that will add up to something huge. It doesn't have to be life altering. It doesn't have to be quantum leaping, to use the buzzwords. It doesn't have to be huge, huge, huge things like getting a new car or a new house, or, doesn't have to be. It can be the tiny, tiny, tiny choices that you make in the everyday, the tiny choices that you make that are different now, that are stepping you into that person that you want to be now, that are taking you out of the world you live in and into the new world where you are the person that has this thing that you want, where you do have that job, or where you do have that house, or where you do have the money, or where you do have whatever it is that you are trying to call in. You have to embody it, because nothing changes if nothing changes. Yes, follow the breadcrumbs. Yes, do the techniques. Yes, meditate. Yes, journal. Yes, do all of that stuff. But start to also become the person with the thing that you want. Embody it. Align and embody. These are the 3 steps to manifesting. I've said it before. You get specific, you align your energy to it, you embody the person with the thing that you want, and then you allow the universe to send you the breadcrumbs so you can follow the signs, so that you can trust, so that you know that when you get there, when you get to be that person with the thing that you want, you hardly even notice that you've got it, because you've been her, you've become her along the way. You've stepped into it. You've changed who you are. You are a different version of you, and you are that version, and you're starting to be that version right now. You don't become that person when you have the thing. You become that person right now. The little tiny micro moments, the little baby steps, the tiny, tiny changes that become the big changes over time, that step you in to the vision and the person that you want to be. That is the work you have to do. That is the step that you have to take to allow the universe to co-create alongside you. You do your bit, the universe does its bit, and you get it. You get it all. So that is what I wanted to share with you for this week. I hope that's been helpful. Let me know if that resonates with you, and let me know what tiny changes you are going to make to your life to become, to embody that person that you want to be. Okay, that's all from me for this week. I will see you next. Bye.